welcome you all here to Courtiers for this very special occasion. Before we serve dinner this evening, we're going to have some speeches, and I would first like to invite up the father of the bride, Stuart.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us to celebrate Jason and Janice's marriage. Sorry, my wife's speaking. What is it, darling? Okay. Oh, listen, the happy couple's plans for the big day was most informative. They said they didn't want a themed wedding, but it soon become apparent the wedding is themed family and friends. And looking around the room today at the said family and friends, I'm sure you'll agree with me, they couldn't have picked better now, could they? Yeah. Let's go on my segment, please. All friends, Mrs. Sinclair, that's you, and Mrs. McFarlane, mother of Murdo, where is she? Hey, they began their friendship back in primary school, so I think it's safe enough to say they're on their way to a lifelong friendship and more power to them. New friends, Lynn Irvin very generously opened her door to Janis when she was in danger of becoming homeless. I kid you not, Lynn was most concerned that Janis wouldn't fit in, sitting outside Queen Street Station on a designer ensuite blanket, trying not to make a bigger show up. Well, I'm loving this. I'll just hit a check and see what they're eating. Let's see now, I've done that. I'll just hit a check this. I've got too many laughs there, wasn't Why, back in the day, we used to frequent Mr. Len 40 sweetie shop in Blairgowrie to buy Janice's favourite cola cubes, the ones with the magical properties. Now, it's fair to say that Len 40 was born in the year of the short corn, and Janis used to take great delight in asking for the sweets in the jars on the top shelf so that wee Len had to jump up to get them. It wasn't until she started her medical training she realised that all that jumping up and down was actually helping Len maintain his cardiovascular fitness. Everyone's a winner, eh? During initial attempts at promotion to substitute dad, an early key performance indicator, you've heard of them, aye? He gave me a great boost going forward. Now this is true. In order to help rehang a kitchen cabinet door, soap addict Janis actually gave up watching nearly a whole episode of Coronation Street. Big sister wee Jennifer was absolutely astonished at this phenomenon because this was back in the days before the advent of the omnibus edition, never mind Sky Plus. Time went by, life was great, the cola cubes were doing their thing for me. What could possibly go wrong? At Easter picnic in the Games Park Blairgowrie during the inter-family football match, I inadvertently hit Janis in the face with a ball. At this point, I was thinking about mentioning that years and years later, new friend, our pal, Michelle Seaton, blatantly stole the ball and coupon idea just to get cheap tabloid publicity in the Daily Record, when she was participating in a charity dodgeball competition when she didn't. Where are you, Michelle? Oh, a friendship has just died. I'll have to check again. I'm getting too many laughs. You'll hear settled in. Oh, aye. Meanwhile, back at the Games Park. I was thinking that'll be 2 years hard work in the tubes. But no, the cola cubes were still working their magic. Thank you, Len 40. In the intervening years, we've had a lot of laughs, a lot of fun. Even the dreaded driving lessons, eh? And for every DIY job done, the payment has always been a cuddle. And the odd Afro-American pudding supper. This is all good stuff, I hope you're paying. I'll here check it again. My lovely wife, Margaret.
No, you should roll.
Indeed, the whole family have had a lot of pleasure watching Janis develop into the lovely, confident, successful woman she is today. That's you again. You're doing well today, aren't you? So it's only natural that some lucky young man would come along and claim her for his bride. Enter Jason. Jason was introduced to us in Edinburgh at a pre-theatre luncheon. Seems like a very nice young man. Yes, nice guy, yes. After the show, while taking a shortcut back to the railway station, my good lady wife Margaret decided to fall down the Scotsman steps. Only to be saved by Jason! Stop the bus, I thought. First time he meets the future mother-in-law, he saves her for a nasty fall. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I felt the peg where I hang my alpha male cosy cardigan. I felt it with your right shoulder, I'll tell you. I'll get to check this thing again. I wish I hadn't written so much, Margaret. But I was thinking, this bloke was here to take a bit of watching. But since then, Jason has dispelled my apprehension. He's introduced me to Belhaven Best Beer, and he took me to the pictures to see Spectre. I think it was something to do with bonding. But since then, why? I forgot this is a good one. Janis actually let it slip that when they're engaged in mild domestic discussions, arguing again, Jason is playing his trump card for all it's worth saying. I saved your mother's life. Jason, I speak on behalf of every married man in this room. Our admiration knows no bounds. Margaret and I wholeheartedly welcome you to the family. We know you're going to love, cherish and take care of our Janis, and we wish you both health and happiness. And I've forgotten the big finish. I'm only kidding. I wish you all both health and happiness. And there's an extra wee piece of insurance for your future together. We'd like to present you with a gift from the main sponsors of this speech. Cola Cubes. The instructions for their use are as follows. Soak them well and soak them long. They'll help to keep your love so strong. When all your wee bairns start going to parties, you can be sure of the cubes. They've got more magic than Smarties. I'm sorry for the folk that could hear me at the back. Okay, thanks very much.
I've been looking forward to saying this for a long time now. It gives me great pleasure and pride to say to you all, on behalf of my wife, and I, thank you all so much for coming and sharing your special day with us. You've helped making today so special, and we're genuinely touched by the effort you've all gone to in joining us here today. And thank you for your cards and your fabulous gifts. We look forward to opening them all later, and we really hope today is enjoyable for you as it is special for us. I want to say thank you, and say a few thank yous here. Thank you to Heather for your lovely gift playing the piano during the ceremony. I'd like to thank my cousin Dylan for kindly filming the day. We look forward to seeing the finished result. And thank you to Kirsty and Pamela for your lovely readings earlier on. I'd like to thank my mum and Bob. You've welcomed Janis into the family, and you've supported us during this busy time, and you've always been there for me my whole life, and you've you've helped make me into the man I am today, so thank you both. We've got you some flowers that Janis, my lovely assistant, is going to give to you. Adjust this microphone while I do that. Just while Janis is doing that, I'll carry on. I want to say a big thank you to my new in-laws, Margaret and Stuart. I can't thank you enough for the generosity and the kindness that you showed me, and you've made me feel like part of the family. I don't know how to do this. I've enjoyed knowing you these past years, and I look forward to many, many more. And we'd both like to thank you for the love and support that you've shown us, especially planning the wedding. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to have it in this beautiful place with everyone here that we love. So we thank you. And we've got you a little bit of flowers as well. Okay, big thank you to the ushers, Mark, Taylor, and Stephen and Fraser. You've all been a massive help today, and you've been very well organised, so thank you guys, you've been great. Thank you to my best man and brother, Brett. You've organised an absolutely brilliant stag do. We shot each other to bits at the paintball. We tried to play football on a Sunday morning after a hangover. And we tried to break the world record for the amount of people played a game of poker at one time in one game. It was absolute carnage, because only 3 people actually knew how to play poker as well. So, yeah, I've looked up to you. I've looked up to you my whole life and respected you, and I'm proud to have you by my side today. Thank you. A big thank you to the bridesmaids, to Lynn, Catherine, Jennifer, and thank you to who would have been a bridesmaid, Jenny, if it weren't for the lovely arrival of little Murdo. You all look absolutely stunning today. Thank you. And thanks to Kathleen for helping Janis and the bridesmaids get ready this morning. Special thanks to Lynn for helping Janis organise the wedding and organise a brilliant hen-do. I hear it was a good weekend and there was 0 casualties. Well done. So thank you to the bridesmaids. I'm just going to ask you all to be upstanding at this point and join me in a toast. To the bridesmaids. And now I'd like to talk about the person that made today possible, Janis. I think you can all agree that Janis looks absolutely beautiful today. And I stand before you a very proud man. Ever since our first date, I knew that we had something special. As discussed in the ceremony, we talked about our top 5 favourite things, or I interrogated you about that, but we knew that we had so much in common. Our first date was a brilliant date, and it was all going so well until the end of the night. When we were taking a train journey home, and I was getting off at my stop first, and I decided I'd give you a little peck in the cheek. But me being the clumsy person that I am, I slipped and headbutted you instead. But you being the person that you are, you've seen the funny side of that, and we agreed to meet each other again. So we went on several more dates, and our feelings for each other grew stronger and stronger. And then a little later down the line, we decided that we'd like to move in together. And that's always daunting for any couple, because it could obviously, it could make or break a relationship. But luckily for us, it all turned out fine. and we've created a beautiful home today together, filled with love. So I decided last year that I would like to ask you to be my wife. And we'd already had a trip to Prague planned, so I thought that would be a great place to ask the question. So we were in Prague, and on the second day we were taking a lovely stroll through the park, and we were up on a hill on a winter's day, and we were walking along the castle walls, and we came to a beautiful viewpoint, and I thought this is a good place to ask. So I stopped you, and I looked in your eyes, and I said, Janis, will you marry me? And I don't know if you were just a bit shocked, because you didn't have any idea it was going to happen, and you got a bit flustered, and you turned around, and you started to walk away, and then you started to run. And it wasn't really the action I was looking for, but nevertheless, I gave chase. After a couple of laps to the castle, I eventually caught up with you. We composed ourselves, and you said yes. And we spent the rest of the day celebrating in Prague. And I've enjoyed organising our wedding this last year. Seeing you walking down that aisle today, you took my breath away. And I can't describe the feeling of happiness that you give me when you're around. And it's an absolute honour to call you my wife. I love you. Thank you. So I'm going to ask you all to be upstanding. Join me in a toast. To the women that made today possible, to my beautiful wife, Janis. Thank you.
This is a bit shorter than me. Yeah. It's been a while since I did karaoke. Sweet Caroline! Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you're having a wonderful time. For what seems to be the 10th time today, I find myself rising from a warm seat with a piece of paper in my hand. So, first off, I'd like to read some messages from those who unfortunately could not make it to this auspicious occasion today. So, of course, our Gran, who is at home today but is thinking of you both and wishes you all her love. I've got another one here from, sorry we can't be with you on your big day. Looking forward to seeing you after Christmas. The Kiwi Keys. Love, Jane and Richard. I've got another one here. Congratulations on your special day, Jason. We will miss you, Agnes, Morag, and all the girls from Aviemore Fantasy Lounge. Yep, and we're off. Okay. So now some special thanks. I'd like to thank the bridesmaids, Lynn, Jennifer, and Catherine, whom I'm sure you will agree look radiant in their bridesmaid dresses today. I'd also like to thank Mark, Taylor, Stephen and Fraser for carrying out the particularly difficult task of telling people where to sit during the ceremony. And my cousin Dylan, who is filming the day. So, hello. For those of you whom I have not yet met, I am Brett, Jason's eldest brother and best man. This is the second time I've been asked to be best man. No one is more surprised than I after the first attempt some years back. Sorry, Craig and Claire. However, Craig and Claire are still happily married, so hopefully I can be a good luck charm for Jason and Janis.
When Jason first asked me to be best man, I have to say the first thing I thought was, oh dear, the speech. As anyone who knows me will know, public speaking and one-liner jokes are not my forte. However, I'm not bad at organising stuff, and I like a good itinerary as much as the next man. Annoyingly so, according to Judith. So I'm thinking Jason must have thought, Brett will get a nicely organised stag do and won't be too harsh on me during the speech. So we begin. However, it is indeed a great honour to be chosen and trusted to keep Jason right on his wedding day and stand by his side as he and Janis were married earlier today, right on this spot. So who is Jason? Yes, that's him, sitting there. But in fact, what seems like a stupid question is not such a stupid question if you knew Jason before he moved to Glasgow a few years back. I'm sure those of you who knew him then will vouch that when Jason left the Sleepy Hollow, Perth a few years back, he had a full head of hair and 20/20 vision. Lonely nights and super-fast broadband in Glasgow have clearly taken their toll. So maybe the question should be, who was Jason before he changed identity? I'll take a bit of time to try and give everyone an impression of my youngest brother. So, Jason was last born of 4 children. Mistake or pleasant surprise has to be the first question of the 4th child. Mum always kept the answer to this question secret, as she should. Jason, however, was indeed a pleasant surprise, and myself and Jason developed a bond from an early age. His cheeky face, energy, and happy outlook on life meant that he got away with just about everything as a child. As Jason grew up, he has always continued to have a positive, no-problem attitude to life and its little obstacles. He always finds a way of doing things his own way, maybe not always the obvious way. As an example of this, Jason once told me that he was keeping fit and was doing around 100 sit-ups per night after work. Myself and Sister Kirsty were quite impressed by this great feat, but also rightly suspicious. After a bit more questioning, though, we discovered that he was doing these whilst lying on top of his bed, feet under the headboard and bouncing himself back up off the mattress. Jason didn't see a problem with this. He was still feeling the burn, apparently. This is an example of how Jason sees the world, and nothing is a problem if you approach it in the right way. He was around 30 at this time. Jason and I continued to share interests as we got older and even played alongside each other in a number of bands whilst living in Perth. Jason later started his own band called Air Raider, who were quite tremendous. Quite literally the best band in Perth. However, stardom was not meant to be with the Air Raiders, so disillusioned with the music industry in Perth, he decided to up sticks and move to the bright lights of Glasgow to start a new chapter in the life of Jason Sinclair. After moving to Glasgow, Jason was able to express himself in the big city and experiment with new styles and fashions before settling on the upside-down hair look that he's sporting today. That is shaved head and a stubbly beard. Not long after this, he met his soon-to-be love of his life, Janis, who clearly thought, I like this upside-down hair look this fella's rocking. And love blossomed. Soon after, the new couple departed for a long weekend in Prague. And the real story, and it was here that Jason popped the question, do you dig my upside-down hair look? The answer was indeed positive, and bolstered by this confidence boost, Jason asked Janis to marry him. And she said yes. Janis and Jason have continued to enjoy romantic holidays away since, opting for old-fashioned holidays in caravans and tents. And not to give any secrets away, Jason has been talking about investing in a caravan himself. So that'll be interesting. So, as some of you will know, we had a bit of an old-fashioned theme on the stag do too. Tweed jackets, moustaches and flat-cap bonnets aplenty. We could safely say that Jason was quite at home in this garb for the weekend. With this and conversations about buying his first caravan, it was like Jason had finally grown up, and some. I'm not saying Jason's getting old before his time, but I did overhear the happy couple whispering to each other earlier. Janis leaned in and whispered to Jason, "I'm going to give you super sex this evening." To which Jason replied, "I'll go for the soup. I do get quite peckish in the evening." So you might think that what I'm trying to say here is that Jason's a bit of an old fart before his time and who lives in his own wee world. Well, you'd be wrong. Because Jason, my brother, is a great guy who is both content and happy with life, who can make other people laugh with ease, admittedly sometimes without meaning to. He truly has met his love for life, and I am so happy for the both of them. Anyway, folks, I think I've given Jason a hard enough time here, so without further ado, I'd like to propose a toast. It gives me great pleasure to ask you to raise your glasses. Without them today would not be the same. Would you raise your glasses and toast to the bar staff? And the other important people of the day. May your love be modern enough to service the times and old-fashioned enough to last forever. Here's to love, laughter, and happily ever after as Janis and Jason start their new life together. If you would all be upstanding. To the new Mr. and Mrs. Sinclair, Jason and Janis. Yes. Well done,